the letters used in the Arsacid Empire. It was one of the dynasties that existed in Obed about 2,000 years before our time. The dynasty lasted for centuries, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly where we are within that period.
Did you just bring us to some random point in time? So, our new director is actually smarter than we thought. But do you understand what the text says?
This is a legal document about the sale of grain and a deed to a farm. While it provides concrete information, it doesn't help us determine the exact time.
You're as reliable as ever. No wonder that old man wanted to make you the next director. Why did you throw them at me?
You can read them too, can't you?
Let's see what the heck we have here. Basic math, ledgers, lists of engineers, tax collection records, and tribute lists. All useless information. Wait. I found something, Zero.
This is a record written by... He was an unremarkable emperor in the history of Obed, and not well known. Throughout its long history, Obed has been the center of powerful empires at times, and has fallen under the control of other empires at other times. The fifth emperor's reign, during that time, the Japheth Empire in the west, ruled by Emperor Thurinus, was at its peak. Thurinus' armies extended to the farthest reaches of the known world in all directions. In the east, they reached the Arsacid Empire. During his reign, Thurinus sent an expedition army led by his son Rubicon, the high priest Merari, and General Sarvis to Obed. However, the expedition didn't result in Obed becoming a new province of Japheth, as was the case with other areas during that era. The reason for the truce remains a mystery, as no records or treaties were passed down through history. However, the Tower of Babel remained under its existing ownership during that war. Ammaon, throughout different generations, protected it during all the crises and incidents, ensuring the library's safety and preservation.
That's a nice way of saying sitting on the fence. The knowledge stored in the tower is incredibly valuable, so no one would want to destroy it, right? Besides, those old chumps did have their talents, as long as they were willing to cooperate. No emperor in his right mind would give them a hard time. As much as it pains me to admit it, your ability is quite remarkable.
If I remember correctly, this is the second time you've asked me a question like this. My answer is still the same, but since this is your second question, I think it's best to give you more information. Arishan is the daughter of the previous director. Before my arrival, Cosmos planned to appoint her as the next director. My duty is to safeguard this tower and the Library of Babel. And naturally, that includes you as the current director.
What are you two whispering about back there? Hurry up and follow me. This is such a mess. It's like a battle just took place here.
Maybe that's exactly what happened. According to historical records, this is the time when the war between Obed and Japheth erupted. It used to be a throne indeed. The history of the Library of Babel and Emmaon is far older than the fleeting thrones of this land. Thrones may rise and fall, yet the tower stands firm. True Emmaons must adapt to the shifting of power and serve the reigning monarchs. But that does not mean we owe them our allegiance.
However, during the eras when the Tower of Babel wasn't forgotten, almost every monarch took pride in conquering it. The throne within the tower was a testament to their conquest. With the library's opening, the primordial sector housing the throne became a prominent. Anyway, since we don't have a specific goal, why don't we head in that direction? Perhaps we'll stumble upon unexpected treasures.
The main path ends here. Let's check out what's below.
Ugh, not even budging. I should have known not to expect anything from this old junk. Interesting fellow. Who's there?
Wait. You are...
You're Outlanders.
Zero, you explain it to him.
So, you're travelers from the future. That's truly incredible. Since you're from the future, your clothes must also be from the future. No wonder I can't place their origin. The Library of Babel is truly full of wonders.
Could you tell us which era we are in?
Since you're from the future, you probably already know that the current ruler of Obed, the 5th Emperor, is a disappointment.
Yeah, and we know that the Arsacid Empire was at war with the Japheth Empire. Has the war ended?
The war has ended. Despite Tharinius being advanced in years, he didn't underestimate his enemy, and prepared enough troops for a full-scale war. Unfortunately, he overestimated his opponent. The Fifth Emperor couldn't manage a single clash on the battlefield. As soon as he found out that Japheth only wanted a specific item from the Tower of Babel, he backed down immediately.
You don't seem to have a high opinion of your emperor. Is it acceptable for a subject to say such things?
Emperor. He's far from deserving that title.
You mentioned that Japheth only wanted a specific item from the tower. What is it?
I've heard that Rubicon's ultimatum mentioned Memphis's god of the sun. I've seen it a few times, but it's disappointing. It's just a huge metal ball that doesn't seem to have any connection to the sun other than its shape. I heard it was a trophy captured by Obed's past monarch, Emperor Darius, after conquering Memphis. The item was sent away by Rubicon a few days ago, and it should be close to the Ephrathoth on the coast of the Philistine Sea by now. Then it will be loaded onto a ship and sent to Javriel.
Looks like we're too late.
No, not yet. 2,000 years ago, Ephrathah by the Philistine Sea witnessed the final glimmer of Arten.
Ephrathah by the Philistine Sea? Hold on.
The Star of Ephrathah.
History sure loves to play tricks on us. So, you don't know how to control that copper sphere either?
No, we don't. Honestly, we wouldn't even know it's something that can be activated if you hadn't mentioned it. But since those Japhethians are so desperate to get their hands on it, they might have some knowledge about it. Interestingly, Prince Rubicon and his Praetorians are currently stuck in the library.
What did you just say?
Rubicon didn't leave after obtaining that god of the sun. He learned about us in the Library of Babel from the Fifth Emperor. Rubicon considered the library a treasure far more valuable than that copper sphere, so he took his soldiers inside. It happened to coincide with the opening of the library, so I'm not sure if we should call it lucky or unlucky.
So, you mean we can find him inside the Library of Babel?
Exactly. Unfortunately, I won't be able to accompany you for the rest of your journey. I need to find my companions as soon as possible.
That's all right. Thank you for all the information.
May the library be with you. Emayon from the future.
Now we know exactly. Hopefully, we'll find something this time. Since the Japhethians are after that copper sphere, they must have heard something about it, right?
Oh, it was an anomaly that appeared in Ephrathah, near the western shore of the Philistine Sea, around 2000 BC. According to historical records, a solitary star of unparalleled splendor emerged in the night sky above Ephrathah. Unlike other stars, it remained fixed over Ephrathah. The star was visible along the entire coast of the Philistine Sea, but it vanished shortly after its appearance, and hasn't been recorded in any astronomical observations since. Naturally, some might consider it a collective illusion, but for us Emayans, it was an undeniable anomaly. Since there were no Emayans in Ephrathah at that time, the truth behind this incident has remained a mystery for thousands of years, until just now. Considering the time and location, it's safe to say that the Star of Ephrathah is Arten, which the Japhethian transported from the Arsacid Empire. Although it lasted only for a brief period, it did ascend back into the sky, emanating radiance and brilliance. The only question is this: who in this era discovered the command to activate it? These are traces left by the marching soldiers.
It seems like they're not far ahead. Let's hope we can still reason with those Japhethians in the tower.
interesting fellow.